Done a generic video on my bunny, just the build is very similar on all characters. I'll just show you quickly but explain it at the end of the video. But this will allow spores to appear on the peddler at level 5 or 4 instead of level 9, 10 or 11. It's on a timer. And we're going to get injectors and shotguns drop every 50 enemies. So let's see how we go. Some characters have a better success in here, so you want to farm and you do play other heroes. I'd say the bunny's really strong in here. The dog, they just have better defensive abilities than this does. You got to paint up your enemies in this to get your defensives and get some ascensions that make them do less damage to you. But you're really just relying on weapon build, not skill build. I have a page open next to me on slight RNG. Better choose a weapon. F1. He has all, it's geared towards reincarnation runs, but it helps you understand every single ascension in the game in great detail. Not that you have to watch the whole hour or hour and a half video that he's done, but I just have it up as he says, just pause the start of the page, try a build, and it will give you a priority of tier list to choose for, say, a grenade build or an all build. And that's how I got my reincarnation runs done on each hero and got my R8s done. Even my first one on the bunny was all credit to him. I wouldn't know how to play each hero without his help. But that changes up in here. I'm mainly choosing Ascensions that give weapon damage and defense. Now when I'm waiting here, it's a timer. I've got the first peddlers appeared just then. It's level 3 and it will have Geminis on it. So I'm just looking for a shotgun. So they have the Geminis, but there's no shotgun. We haven't got the money for it yet. But from now on, anything that drops has got Geminis on it. Now, they usually don't drop to about 9, level 9. We're not doing any upgrades on the left. We're holding out for our injectors to drop, which drop oh, there's our Argus. So we've got an Argus, and we've got both got Geminis. That will get us off to a start. Now, why that's important is you want to get your shotgun. That's the priority at this point. So what you want to do is get that early so you can upgrade it. We've got that for the entire run now. It doesn't matter what's under here. Just that we reforge it to 1, 2. We got 2 rolls on that one. Got lucky. Sometimes you go up to 12 rolls. You haven't got the money to re-roll. It's 300 to go. We've got 136 gold. So here we are at level 5, I think we are. I'll have a look in a second. And we've got spores and a weapon. And now we're just looking for an injector to drop. Now we can get the laser drop, laser glove, thunderclap gloves, but we're just looking for the rainbow or the radioactive glove. If you haven't got the radioactive glove unlocked, we're just looking for the rainbow. And the radioactive glove unlocks through killing 20 venomous lizards. They only appear in Act 2 and only elite or higher difficulties. And it can be only 3 or 4 run, or if you get a side room with lots of them, you might get lucky. But it is a great weapon, especially for the Crown Prince, because of the corruption, not the corruption, the corrosion damage on it. And we can get bonuses on that with elemental damage. So we're all up there. Now we can choose and use our upgrades on the left. But I've waited to level 8, 9, and 10 before I've done these upgrades. I only want to upgrade, obviously, the shotgun with spores. Doesn't matter about your own hand. You're only going to bump all upgrades now on the shotgun. And the beauty of that is we get a better main hand weapon. We've not upgraded it and then thrown it away and then got something of a lesser level. It doesn't penalize us for picking up and changing our main weapon frequently. We're going to get that in case we get the radioactive glove. It'll give us movement speed, and movement speed is king in here. Okay, now it'll be night and day killing stuff. It'll just be instant. Even just with we want to get a weapon that's doing over 1,000 rounds a second. So this is pretty high fire rate, but you've got to be close to everything, so it's dangerous. And the other thing about the 2 weapons that I've listed is they auto aim, and when things get crazy here, And not only that, the radioactive, not the radioactive glove, the rainbow shoots through terrain. So you can be killing stuff and it can't hit you. Good on these guys to spawn a bit faster now. They don't spawn fast at the start. They're not expecting you to, they're letting you scramble around for a weapon and trying to stay alive. But we're very powerful very early. Now, the advantage of this is, like, the way this works is the game's on a timer. We're 2 minutes 44 into the game. I think the next break point's 10 minutes for the next craftsman. And the more you can kill in that time, that's why you want to stay in the same area at this stage, not run around the whole map. You want them bunched up. The more levels you get, which means the more Ascensions you get to choose from, the more scrolls you get to choose from, and the more upgrades for your shotgun you can get. Makes a big difference. You'll be 24 plus levels on your shotgun by the time you hit the boss. Last run I did, I got up to 30. Only because I had the scroll that gives you a 33% chance of getting an extra level at the craftsman. But you pew pew when that happens. Let me have a look here. So that's a decent one because it gives us some protection that we paint stuff up with our grenades and minus 40%. That's a good damage one again, minus 20% damage taken, 30% damage whenever you consume 100 ammo, and we burn through ammo. This is a good one, minus 30% when our shield's up, and hopefully we don't go down to our health if we're not silly. You can drop that if it's a bit dangerous. We're just waiting for some good shields like Phantom Skin, Stone Skin, or Legendaries. But it's a bit of RNG, isn't it? We're still waiting for our injector. What dropped over there? Wheel saw. Nope, we got a laser glove, so we're getting unlucky on the injector. Haven't got our rainbow yet. Come on, don't run. I don't want fire damage or any at this stage. Let's do that. Can upgrade our off weapon. Our base damage is going up. We get an injector here that we want, the rainbow or something soon. We'll start destroying big time. It's got too close range, too dangerous with this weapon to get close. Circle strafe these guys, they do their frontal where you just were, and that's why movement speed is king in here. You want to get abnormal speed, scroll, or ostrich boots. Anything that gives you movement. I missed him with my orb. Got no problem killing with this, but got to get too close, too dangerous. Just threw a grenade to paint them up and slow what's behind me. We got a thunderclap. Getting unlucky on the injectors. I don't think I've got it this late. No, we've got to add normal speed. Good, good, good. Now we've got a bit more speed to get away from stuff, look around. I'm going to do that to see if I can get ostrich boots. Minus 10%. What was that one? Didn't get a chance. Oh, that's a good one, plus 10%. We've got lots of elites ahead by the time we get to the boss. It could be like 120, 150% damage. Lots of elites on the third set of elites that come out. Don't care about capacity too much. Smoke grenades, space damage. I'll just freeze an AoE, so I'll just do that for now. I'm not using any of my skills. I'd rather the ones that I throw a grenade and it does less damage. You paint them up like in a little spot here, and they all run through it, and they're not hitting you as hard, but we don't get it. Get a bit of a breather here. So level 10, only really 6 minutes into the game. That's where the next peddler was. I thought it was 10. And don't care about any of those. There's no injector on there, that's what I was looking for, but I can bump that up. And I'm going to press F. You want to keep close to know where this is, so that when our injector drops, which it will soon, we can quickly rush to it. I like this area because it's not too dangerous yet. And you can just do a circle here. You want to aim for the catfish if they're in the corners here, because they can shoot you back and stun you and push you into the enemies. I got against the flow. Now I've got two good ones there. I mean, just to show you, that just means you're not reloading all the time, which is helpful with the injector. And ammo isn't a problem, but that's 35% just base damage. I don't care about skill on non-crits. And because we're doing the rainbow and the glove, we're not critting generally until we get to the boss. Well, only the rainbow crits on the boss. You right click his crit spot. It's white damage for the most. I was getting crits then because I've got a different weapon. The yellow numbers are the crits. White numbers are just normal damage. Paint them up a bit. See, I've never got an injector this late that I want. Even a laser glove, here we go, what do we got? Got a shotgun and another one of these, which I probably should swap to, but I couldn't be bothered just yet because I got to go to the vendor to change it, the craftsman. Bloody ammo never chews. That's skill damage I don't care about. I don't care. I've got so much money and nothing to spend. I don't need, and that's dangerous. So I'm not going to choose that. I can only have 20 scrolls. We're still killing. So it's not desperate. I just might be instant shotting by now, a little bit further away from this stuff. I find this quite relaxing. Once you get to know the spawn points, how where the enemies jump down from, the corners you can use defensively once you get the rainbow, you just have a bit of music on. Now the music just changed, which means it's getting aggressive. They're going to start really spawning now, which means lots more enemies to be killed and lots more, hopefully, rainbows to drop. Never been this far in that I haven't got Radioactive Glove or that by now. Don't think I missed it around the other part. I go up here and just kill the catfish. So I've got an escape route. I can hear some cappers spawning now. They're the next dangerous. They do. I haven't got the anti-slow boots yet. Nope. I want to get boots that stop them slowing me. I get them 9 out of 10 times on a run. The cappers are over there. I'm just going to clear this corner. Yeah, they are. They just slow you, and then if you get slowed, and we've got sharks coming up ahead. It's a good spot here to, I just got slowed. Just bunch them into. Strafe them so they sort of chop where you just were. Come on, guys, drop me an injector. I don't want to be this close. It'd be great if I had veteran and I could stack up the veteran stacks, get lots of health. Come on. Yes, thank you. Now look at this. It's got spores already on it. Instant one shot, and it's got an enhanced ray that kills the 3 enemies around it. Now what I'm looking for on stats here is I'm looking for rate of fire. So when magazine is more than 50% full, I've got 50%. And as we get scrolls that sort of let us not reload very often, that's really helpful. Another one is like 50% lucky shot on kill. So it's not a bad weapon. Yeah, we're off now. Hex smoke, or I could do, yeah, I don't care about the freeze. That's just a no crap if something's on me like a shark and I need to freeze in. Not using my skills yet, just relying on weapon damage and spores. That's why this is very consistent build to win in this Elite monster spawning. Now, a lot of behind you, they will port to you. As soon as I kill these, all the trash dies. And because I got this in time, and I've got spores early, it's not expecting you at 15 to be this powerful. We're melting the elites. Now, the radioactive glove has to be in line of sight of what you're killing, but it pumps everything that was around it. Look, everything died there. And we got a rainbow. What have we got on that? That's the 50% lucky shot chance. So always comes with minus stability, but that is useless. I don't know. It doesn't hurt this weapon because it auto locks on. You're never going to miss. It's not like the weapon's going up into the sky. Magazine capacity is good, especially if you've got. I probably like the glove better there, but I'll show you how this works, and it is safer. I really just do like the rate of fire there in the first half. Now we're going to Goblet Choice. First goblet, what's the timer? 10 minutes is the first goblet. It's all pause now, and pause way of making choices. Little yellow line at the top, incoming assault is paused, so there's no time pressure here. You don't want anything that's skill specialist. I'm looking for weapon specialist, which is 100% weapon damage. Never choose glass cannon. It not only reduces your health, but also your shield by 50%. It's a sure death in here. You would probably only do that if you got lucky that you got buffer shield here and feline cat scroll. If you get those, you're invincible, and you might do that just to pew pew and have a bit of fun. Tunnel damage. I'm not really doing a grenade build. If I was just farming essence in here, you get about 520 essence if you can't get the boss down, because you're learning how the boss strat is, and you'll see how I do it. So that's some tips. But maybe up to 600, a little bit more if you're successful there. But I've got essence to burn, so I'm going to just show you what else is here. You can see in the menus earlier. That's a good one for us. I really do like that. Both of those we got really good choices, and only cost us a small amount. That's good because it's good survivability, and if you get that and then feline, it's 100% win because you become immune. I'd probably get feline cat every 7 playthroughs of this. I got one earlier today. That's not a bad defensive. You get your shield down, you go crap, just sprint away with movement, and your shield zips back up to full, and you're safe. But I really do like this, and I'm going to go to the Radioactive Glove because of it. That increased the decay effect, 50%, but minus 50% taken. But I think how that works is throwing a grenade means everything that your grenade is painting up is minus 50%. But I want to go back to the Radioactive Glove because of that. Means anything that I'm refracting to with the glove. I want to show you how that works first. So we're looking here for scrolls. We'll do that for the Radioactive Glove. And we're going to go back to that, and we're going to reforge that to Spores. We're pretty set now. Lucky shot 50. I just want to show you how to play defensively with this. And that's another one. Let me just see what it's trying to offer me there. Not that I want to swap that out or replace that, but that's got crit useless to me, and damage fire would be nice, but we don't need it. So just going to upgrade. If you jump a lot, that's decent, 50% damage. Don't need it, skill, don't need it. So I'm just going to take that. I can jump around a bit. You might want capacity just so you can paint stuff up. That's good. Throw your energy, your orb out and recharge if you get hit. Comes back quickly. So defensive, I'm looking for. Don't care about that. That's good. It's 25% damage. Really nice Lightless Shield. We've got our first Phantom Shield, Lightless Shield, or Stone Skin are really some of the best legendaries apart from Feline. We've got 10 scrolls and we've got 10 more to go, so we've got plenty of room to grow. Going to press F to make them come in early. And we're going to pew pew. Now, why this is good is you can use terrain to kill. Not painting stuff up yet. I'll throw some grenades down. But I can get up here and be shooting everything that's trying to come up to me underneath this ramp here. They're trying to do it, but that's all missing me. And then when they jump up, I'll jump down, or they're jumping down there, I'm shooting through. It's a great defensive weapon, this one. And when you've got sharks later on that are trying to chain you, you'll go around a corner, they can't chain you. That's why movement speed is really, really good. I want to get ostrich boots. Haven't got it the last couple of runs, but I often do get it. You can shoot through blocks like that when they're coming at you. They can't hit you with their frontals. What have you got here? Lightning, don't care about. Don't care about damage on that. You might do the one that gives you like more orbs. 300% weapon damage on the next hit, which is really not going to be that helpful. So it doesn't matter what we choose. Not going to be advantageous to us. Shoot through here. Shoot through there. Just use the terrain to your advantage. Got an upgrade on weapon, swap to the weapon you want to upgrade, swap back to the one you're shooting with. The way Spores works is the fire rate. That's why you want a fire rate on the weapon. I'd take that over lucky shot chance any day. The more the fire rate, the more spores that stack up quicker. There's another Argus. Don't need any shotgun now. And the greater damage. They're dying so quick, so it doesn't matter. But, later on when it really scales up, we're heading towards 2 chests, looking at the top. Again, it's on a timer. I think around 20 minutes, it'll hit the next craftsman. And this corner is a great corner. Let them come down to you. And so when they get here, just hug around here. Radioactive Glove just dropped. Which I do want to go to, but I just want to play with this for a bit. It's really, this is the safe option. But we did get some options for the Radioactive Glove to reduce damage. So let's have a look at it. It's got spores on it. That's really nice. One of my favorites, because we're killing things. It means we've got 50% lucky chance all the time, and we've got 50%. That is the best options that you can get. You can get it also on the rainbow, because things are dying all the time instantly. We've got 50% rate of fire, so the 1,000 there is going to go up to 1,500 effectively. And lucky shot chance is going to be happening all the time, and the explosion on corrosion we're doing, plus anything because of our thing that we chose on, it means it's doing, I think it was 50% less damage. So we're set up well. It's level 21. Don't need money. Really, if we get to that, we're in trouble. And we don't have curse scrolls. I'm not going to get them, and I haven't got the immunity, so nothing at that point. This is just going to destroy now. Look at everything. Not even doing refraction. Run ahead. Just look ahead where you're going to get rid of catfish or monks at this point. Come on, chase me down here. I think they got scared of the glove. The word got around. Okay, we got some Ascensions there. We got, what's that, a laser glove? So it's not an option to even look at. I've really got the best stats on the weapon. I'll be happy to go to the boss with this. But the rainbow is better defensively. But on the Crown Prince, corrosion rocks. And the corrosion slows anything coming towards you, so you can keep things at a distance. Base damage, that's just damage. Don't care, don't care. So I'm going to do that, and just like in this little tight spot, throw some grenades out, paint them up. So they come for me, they run through it. We got our first chest, or second chest, but I'm not going to do anything if it says curse scroll. Oh, I've got scroll search, got a bit of money. I don't care for that. That's not bad, it stops us reloading. Against the flow, I'll do that. It's a nice one, that just means less reloading. Not that we're, see how it's just staying around 80 now. If you look at the green numbers on the bottom right, against the flow's doing its job. It's good normal scroll, that one. Okay. Only thing with this, you've got to be in line of sight, which is more dangerous, but you can keep more distance with this than the rainbow. Got an itchy nose. It's good you can pause the game. You couldn't do that in co-op. Itchy nose can wait. You want to go around here a couple of loops just to make sure you've got any monks that are just around and any catfish that can ruin your day. You got this, just have a look at it. I'm not swapping now. Bait's got rate of fire after killing an enemy, again, really good on that one. Critics is not helping us, but it's got ammo regen, and I've got to go back and get out of here quick. Now they're all bunching up. The gloves really excels with its AoE, area of effect. Even if you miss one of the pulses, it gives you a bit of time to get back in the refraction again. Because they're coming around that corner, they're all dying close to each other. I just saw some lanterns, which means there's a monk above us. I'm going to go up and get the monk so he's not spawning them continuously. Where was he? Down here? Yeah, there he is. I didn't see what weapon he dropped then, but I nearly got hit by some lanterns. Bunching them up, that's a good bunch point, and there's a chest over there spawned. Corrosive weapon like this is really nice. Chest is here, is it? Excuse me, I got a cold. I'm not going to get a cursed scroll. I'm going to do that, and chance it can be a normal scroll, which it is. Bullet bank, I don't need that, but I'll toss it out later. A little bit happening at the moment. This is a good choke point, but they're going to spawn here. So just be careful to keep moving backwards. Got monks port to you at this point. If you see that red around, you spin around and kill it. Okay, we don't want that. That's not bad because we're getting hit all the time, so I'm going to go for the weapon damage rather than that. This works on the weapon, even though we're not crit if we get hit, but I'm going to go slow boots for that's good for the boss. I'm going to go for that because I've got octopuses coming up, and that can ruin your day if they slow you and the lobsters are around. Okay, we've got our craftsman appeared on timer at 16 minutes, is it? So we upgrade our weapon. Have a look on here for scrolls. I'm going to get that one as well because that will help me when the lobsters come out. Not that I'm doing fire damage, but it'll mean their fire won't hurt me as much. Survivability. I'll do that. It's decent regen, and I'll bump that up. And I'm going to run and collect this for my levels so I can get some that. This is what gives us our levels. And I'm going to run up top here. They're about to spawn. I want to get up into this little spot again. Yeah, I looked at that before, didn't I? So just picking that up got me another choice here on my Ascendants. Monk, I want to get rid of them quickly. So lots of lanterns now, so I want to get the monks down, just nuke them. Getting out of that box just to get them as they come around the corner here. He's immortal, so I'll turn away for a second, otherwise my beam will lock on and still try to kill him. Still refract to the others around, but another immortal. I went crazy then. That's rate of fire, I think. Going crazy, something's going weird. Corruption on them with my weapons. They're only doing, can't remember, minus 50%, I think, damage. I want to go up and find out the source of these. My weapon glitch then. I have to re-click. If that happens, take your finger off the button, which I'm always holding down, and repress it, and it will start firing again. Happens every now and then, I don't know why. What have we got? Capacity, corrosion damage, definitely we're going to go for. And I can hear a capper up here causing trouble. There he is. Do you like the directional sound in this game with headphones? You can just spin around, and if you can hear the sound of an octopus, you can hear the cappers, you know they're close. The octopuses make a pulsing sound that's very distinct. It's best when they're bunched up like this. Just watch the stuff that's in front of you here. But if you do a big loop, it's on a timer, so you can just run around and kill a thing now and then. I'm going to change to my weapon, upgrade it, change back. And it's on a timer, so when the elites appear, you can just kill the elites. All the trash despawns. You don't have to kill it. But the more you kill, I think the way it works is the more levels you're going to get, because that's how I've got up to 51 when I've just got, really nice weapons and Ascensions and some really good DPS scrolls and some goblets, So that's how many enemies you can kill. The Ray really does have a long range though, so it's not good to do that tunnel though, because they jump down behind you. Some Kappas up here, some sharks are appearing. I'm going to get away from the shark. I just dashed out of the shark's way. Clear some Kappas around the map. The sharks are after me now, so I don't want a Kappa. Like, they do this one shot that pushes you back. And I don't want monks. I want to clear the monks, so I'm running around. That's not bad, because we're firing so many shots. It means basically you get a 7th shot nearly for free, or 6.8 shot. Don't care for that. That's not bad either, because I can toss what comes. So backup shield, which is nice. It's a really good legendary. It means you get hit, you're going to get 40% back. It's another just defense. I'm not worried about damage and skill-based stuff. Just ignore that. I can hear a Kappa somewhere. I'm not running up to find it. There's a shark. If I go down in here, they're going to start spawning. So what have I got? That's good, because we're going to always have our corruption on, and we can throw some grenades, and especially on the boss. So that's the best of the three. And the good thing about that is the harder elites have the armor above them, which is the yellow. Shields are blue. Shock dissipates blue, but also this weapon, Spores, does. But it does mean it melts. If you've got the rainbow, it's a bit slower. Some weapons dropped, just keeping an eye. Nope, laser glove. There's only so many injectors. Ooh, we got caught behind then. They're going to come to the right if I hang there too much. So now we've got our octopuses. I've got the slow boots, so that at least they can't slow me. They don't do a lot of damage. It's the slow that is their danger. They slow you and the sharks get you, or you get a lot of mobs come on you. Got the elite, so we can just kill these guys now. And we're slowing them is the beauty. The really dangerous ones here, the monk ports to you, but he's not too bad. He's dead. As you know, he ported away. I can hear the catfish here somewhere doing his pew-pewing at me. There it is. Just going to move the clear ahead for me. What happens here? I'm just going to get this monk out. So he's dead. Come on. He runs away when he gets low. He's a bit scared, that one. So these guys can't slow me. But that could be dangerous. I get slowed and everything catches up. The elites. What do you got? We don't. Bullet time's not bad because we're not having MO problems at this point. No and no. They're both skill based, and we're not doing lightning. Oh, I chose the wrong one. Doesn't matter. But yeah, you saw that. So I'm just going to clear some of this, and the elites get to you quicker if you keep running. He's immortal. Demon Law. It's a good weapon for the fox. Just got another glove drop, which I'll have a look at later. Sharks are dangerous here. Just clearing some of them out. Just keep moving backwards. If you look at your mini map, the dim stuff means they're up top, so they're not here. No, never do that, because you've only got 20 scrolls, and I'm not reloading a lot now, so no. Now, I love the corrosive slows them. They like trying to get you. They don't know what to do. He's moving so slow. So it's a really great defensive weapon here too. More so for the Crown Prince, to be honest. Throw a grenade to paint things up a bit. See, things, the hecticness is slowing down now. We're going to do that for sure. I can hear a kappa. There he is. There's the catfish. If we had the radioactive rainbow, you can just use a corner here and kill him, but we can't do that. So just don't get hit by those things he's shanding out. They do hurt. If you stay close to him, he doesn't do that. He tries to hit you. And because we've got the crows, if he can't really move fast like that, but he won't do that frontal. He's dead in the goblet. So we've got all those dead, all the trash. See, that just came to us. We don't have to run around and collect it. So we'll have some levels and some upgrades. So upgrade. Don't need that to fill and dash. I don't need that, even though it gives us a bit of movement speed. How much? We've got 17 to 20. Look below the scroll, telling you how close you're getting to your 20. I'll throw that in for now because the other two are useless. And I can toss it if we get some good ones later. I'm going to go energy shield, just quick recovery. It's 500%, so 5 times of that. We've got crit X, which isn't helping us on that weapon. We've got lucky shot chance of 60-70%, but that weapon doesn't crit, so that doesn't help. I'm going to stick with that because it's got rate of fire, killing enemy. It's got 60% weapon in the elusive, and it's 50 shot after killing us. That will not help us on boss. That will not help us on boss. So we'll try to change before boss, but there's still a bit of trash between now and then. We've got, what are we now, 20 minutes in, and it's 10 more minutes until boss time. Look on here for scrolls. Nope. And bump that up. Press F. Well, actually, I didn't have to press F. I was just press F just starts the fight early, but we'd run out of time anyway. Now, it gets pretty crazy now. We're going to have sharks, lobsters, and what's the other? You're going to still have the other stuff, of course. You're going to have enhanced monsters. After that next peddler coming up, they get enhanced and pretty scary. But we do have the ability to slow down. Paint them up with a grenade. So many enemies that orb's really not helpful. That's why an orb build in here isn't that great. But throw a grenade out here. Another two just appears. Pretty generous with grenades. We just got a shark try to pull us in, but we were at distance. I can hear a kappa. Oh, I can hear an octopus actually. Just left and right. He's immortal. I could hear that on my headphones that they were behind me. I'm gonna run upstairs here. Get rid of some of these octopuses. If I had no slow boots, I would be running around getting all the octopuses down so I don't get slowed while the mobs are after me. Killing the catfish too. Okay, first chest has appeared. Just going to, while they're bunched up here and they're close, use my right click and refract to 3 other enemies. We've got some monks around. I can see some, hear them. So I'm going to kill the monks. You can lose a run with getting swamped by those lanterns. Oh, sorry, I had to pause. My son came in to say goodbye. He's had a visit before. Summer here in Australia, and they've just been down to the beach. See, they're now enhanced with the blue lettering on their names. They take a little bit of time, the enhanced to die. The sharks, they're enhanced. Throw an orb at that one. Starting to get pretty crazy now. Now, what do we got? It's good defensive again. I'm going to take that. You can, there were some optional things in, I'll show you the container that I do at the end of what I choose for the loadout that makes this work. but there are some flexibility. If you like using your grenades a lot more, you can do the one that gives you 8 secondary skills. It's only a 1-pointer. There's even one that you can, we've got a legendary. Now, I do like this one, but on this weapon, there's no way I'm replacing my rate of fire. But on another weapon that might have dropped that just had average, I would definitely use that, one of my favorites. I'm going to see if we can get feline or a backup shield. Dual edge is good. It's for the ratio of return, and you can actually track it. Up to 1500 stacks means it's a 5-to-1 ratio. You get damage done to you, but the damage that it does is worth it. And we can drop it before the boss if we wanted to. Got another chest up top I haven't looked at. If you look and walk away from them, the icon disappears. You have to remember where the chests are to come back to them. Just have to paint these guys up a bit so they do less damage to me. Bit hard to see with all the numbers, but there is corrosive they're standing in. Slows them down as well. Just want to thin out the crowd a bit. You can see everything's dying a bit slower now. Their health pills. If you don't have spores and some decent stuff by this stage, you're in trouble. They're just bullet sponges. You think, how the hell am I supposed to kill these? Well, that's what I was thinking earlier on. Even with your Ascensions and everything, you're thinking it's not working like it does in R8. Okay, we get a break. What have we got here? Up to 100% lucky chance, which is great because that's good for bossing against elites and bosses, which are coming up now. And it spreads to all enemies without doing a right click within 8 yards. I might give that a go. I've not got my rate of fire. But I do like the elites because it's coming up, and we'll just play with it. We can always pick up the other. So I've got another craftsman, which I haven't found where it is, and I just want to have a look at that chest real quick. We haven't got the immunity to scrolls, so definitely not doing it if it's that. Search scroll, we've got 4,000, so let's see. That's good for the dog. It's good for those that do health regen as part of their Ascensions, but not good for us. Not good, not good. That's good if you do a health build because you've got no shield and you get movement speed of 50% and damage. So it's good on the dog again. You know, just depends what you've got. The dog, because you can do dual wielding and you get health regen, which is crazy. MO belt, we're not really struggling with that. It really gets dear soon. Elemental bestowment. I'll do that because we're doing that totally all the time. And it's going to help us on the boss for survivability. What are we up to scrolls wise? 19 of 20, that's our last one. Is that 19 of 20? That's 20 of 20 these. So I'm going to do that for my 20th. No, I did have 20. So let me toss some out here that I don't need. That's a bit dangerous for bossing at least, and we're getting hit hard now. Just in case we lose our shield in a big hit, we're going to take an extra 30%. All right for early. That's really good because we're killing lots of... Now, that will show us here that we've killed 5 already. That's 50% damage we're getting from that scroll. Tells you down bottom how many, and we're going to kill like another 5 or something. So that's a total 50% heading to the last boss. Yep, that's movement without... we don't need that. Just in case I get another scroll on the fly. Movement speed, yeah, I'll do that. Yep, and yep. So have I got spores on that? No, forgot about that. Better go and find that vendor too. Run, Sean. Looking for a scroll. That's not going to help us, and we need to reforge that. 2, 3. Now it starts happening here. Between that last peddler, The lobsters are coming. The catfish are coming. Enhanced crazy. Hawkeye's not good for us. So we're not doing scoping. It's for a crit build. Good for a like a sniper build on the tiger or something, but not for us. That's good because it's giving us 20% lucky chance damage doing elemental, which we are all the time. And it's just got 100% elemental chance, so it means we're painting these up. Not with, you don't even have to click the right button on this for it to refract. It'll go within 8 meters. I had this, didn't it? 8 meters. When triggering, and we'll get 100% triggering elemental effect. Oh, the elemental goes to it. Okay. I don't know if the enhance helps, but I'll just do it. Everything's lasting pretty long now. Now, all you can do now is just run around and play it safe until the boss. We're 36. We'll be about 40 something by the time we boss. You can see it's painting these up straight up. Like you're not getting that, what is it, 5% or 10% on this, 10%. You get 100% painting them up. So I didn't go a grenade build. I haven't got 8 of them like we would normally have if I chose the 1-pointer. But it doesn't matter now because everything is spreading corruption within 8 meters, jumping down, so that guy can't get me. It's slowing everything. And everything that's got the slow on it is doing because of our goblet choice. Can I pause? No, I can't pause. I'll pause and show you that. I think it's 50% damage less. So the cat's a little bit different choices than I make on other heroes. Okay, not click it for a second. So they're all bunched up. So they're all getting corruption. They can't get close to me. Really good defensive at this stage. And not even clicking the right click. They're struggling to walk forward. Just making sure everything's painted with elemental. Now the enhanced lobsters are here. My favourites. You can ignore those because they do take a while when they're enhanced to kill. And so just run downstairs and make sure some of the trash is killed, and you can come back up for them when everything's thinned out a bit. It's a little bit less dangerous. 27 minutes, so in 3 minutes, at 30-minute mark, the elites will spawn. They're going to survive for 3 minutes. Kill them, and it's boss time. Great thing about this is at least the corrosion is eating through the yellow shield. I can hear lanterns chasing me. It's really nice because they normally would come through here so much faster, but the corrosion is just keeping them in the tunnel, and you can keep back a bit so the change doesn't reach you. So really good defensive play with the glove. So I usually go the rainbow because you can use corners, but because this can slow and the corruption damage on this. Okay, there's our monk that's making all the babies. Did I kill him? No, but there's too much on my back. 2 minutes to go, and then elites. Just trying to thin the pack out a bit. The elites will always catch up to you quicker than these guys, especially with corrosion on them. So, and we've got movement speed. You can see we're moving fairly fast now. And so you can kill them without the trash all around you. I do want to, there they are. There's an elite catfish. If we can stay close, everything will refract everything around. Just going to paint them up with a grenade as well. Thin the trash out a bit. Look, he's just trying to walk down. He's waddling down the hill. It's so funny with corrosion on things. If you stay fairly close like this, he'll try to charge you like that, but he won't do the frontal like blades at you, which really hurt and kill you. Okay, he's down. 60% damage. I'll do that with anything elemental. We got 100% elemental chance. Doesn't matter about that. Yep. Hold on, just pausing. Okay. Look how much trash comes around this point. Paint them up with a grenade. Watch out for that shark. What have we got? 40 seconds. Gonna get that kappa though. The bane of my life, kappas. Lobsters at this point. Lobsters will port down from upstairs, but they're pretty slow. So you run upstairs and it take a while to come back up. So it gives you a clear space to kill the elites that are about to spawn. Mortal. Just clearing these catfish out for the elites to spawn. And there they are. They just went bright. So we now have the elites chasing us, just clearing downstairs a bit, picking up some XP. What level is our other off weapon? 19, a bit lower. I might have missed some craftsmen. It should be up around 24. Slowing these. I'll check the craftsman upstairs. Happens when you're commentating. And you're pausing. Just going to get these guys while they're bunched though. There's a monk. Corrosion's eating through his yellow armor and then he'll melt. He's not doing the blade in the front because I'm close. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, I might have missed some enhancements here. I did that one. This guy's like, I want to get you to kill you. But there's something wrong with my legs. I do love the variety between the heroes. This game is a rich difference between playing every hero. They've really done well for the strengths and weaknesses of each hero. I fell down by accident then. I love that this spreads the corruption 100%, the corrosion to everything within 8 meters. It's slowing that whole gauntlet down. I'm just killing the lobster because I don't like them. I don't need to. I like to eat them. So they're too dear. I think you call lobsters in the US different. Like prawns, we call prawns here, you call shrimps. Throw another shrimp on the barbie, as the ad went years ago. Very embarrassing for Australians, that ad. Come on, Kappa, die. Okay, I'm just clearing out the pack a bit so I can kill these. I run down here, I want to kill these elites without dying. These are all enhanced. Not that guy. Lacking on the DPS a bit here. You can melt sometimes much faster at this point. But I didn't do my weapon upgrade as much as it should be for some reason, so probably just my mistake. Makes a difference having that base damage above 400. Right, we'll get there. Okay, that pew pew we won't do if you do close. Everything's slowed, everything's got corrosion on it. Keep moving, they'll do where you just were. Just getting corrosion on everything here. Lobsters. Makes me think of that old song, Rock Lobster. Just run away and let the elites come to me. I don't want to kill those. What have I got here? No good, no good, no good, no good. Disappointing. Can heal the catfish down here pew-pewing. Trying to do something. I'm just going to kill this guy. I'm here. Thinned out the crowd a bit. Stay out of the lobster's fire. Throw a grenade up, paint everything, but the weapon's doing it anyway. It is damage though. Do an orb. Okay, he's dead. Just get the catfish down. I think it's boss time then. Where are we at? Hit 41. That's about right where we should be. And we've still got 2 levels on the vendor before the boss on our Argus. Stay close, slow him. And he won't do the frontals. He'll just try to dash at you, but you can move out of it. Okay, boss time 42. That's about right. I just missed some upgrades on the craftsman, I think. Okay, just looking around and make sure I haven't missed a weapon. See how we go. Yeah, I missed this one. That's what it was. 21 will be 23. That's about right. Going to get an upgrade there. 24 is what I'm usually at, so that's right. Penetration bullet is a bit late to get from this point, but it crits as well. We're not critting, but it's great to do on R8 runs with a crit gun like the Angelic Aura, because you get those guys that have armor. It just goes straight to their health and melts their red. But we're not going to be critting with this weapon. If I had the radioactive, rainbow, where you right click, and I got that late, it does turn up. Just RNG, eh? I've got 20 of 20 scrolls, and I'm not really critting with this weapon, so sadly, no. And critical hit. Not doing crits with this weapon. The rainbow would have been good, but there's the thing about the Crown Prince, that corrosion is his thing. Well, one of his things. It's getting all these all at once because we got our levels. When we kill the elites, they give you sort of a level each or something. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. And we're ready. We've got our 20 scrolls. Be careful coming into here. Do not go past the vendors here. The boss will just automatically start. It's not like you press a button to start it. I have had in co-op in here, and we want that. Lucky shot chance. I'll throw out. That's not going to help us, so we'll replace it with that. So 50%. It sort of gets higher the longer the lucky shot doesn't proc. Yeah, and I've been co-op here, and a friend's just bounced around waiting, and I say I didn't get a chance, and I might have had a weapon I've just picked up, and I need to re-roll it, and going to the boss gint. Done that before, so I learnt to say everyone behind the vendors. See how we go. We're not melding, so it's going to be a longer fight. I melted that off him, but the red. So you just keep moving to the left with the hands because we've got no pillars behind here. The good thing about this weapon is it does have more range than the rainbow. You got to keep right clicking after certain stages. He's invulnerable. He's going to put a pillar out now, and you want to soon get behind it, jump, and then that will break that there. You can jump over it too. Keep moving for this part. Got good damage actually. You want to get away long, and then he's going to do another one, probably short. It's RNG. Dash forward. That's why movement's important. He couldn't do a 3 and a 4 of those. Nope. Okay, what have we got here? There's a pillar. I want to just see what he's going to go to. Now, the beauty about this is you want to hide behind. If you've got the rainbow, it can be shooting at this point and nuking him. Don't move out until that explodes. He does a big explosion. Jump. Okay, keep moving, just in a circle because the red spots are forming under where you are. Hands, get behind here. Okay, come out. You want to get far that was. I missed it anyway, so far. He did another one far. He could be RNG. Keep moving. And he's dead. So we did well. We had good bossing damage there because the lucky shot chance would have gone up to 100 every 3 seconds. So that would have helped. Our elemental damage, 30% damage on the boss and elites. We didn't get any benefit from that. And the other thing that would have helped, looking down here, is our dual edge gave us 142% damage. Plus we would have got our damage from 3%, so we were level 42. That's 3 times 126% damage we would have got, which isn't shown here. We killed 12 elites, so we got 120% damage on that. An arms dealer was helping us too, and we had that as a backup, but it didn't even proc, I don't think. So we got there, you know. Let's see, I don't know if I re-rolled to show you some stuff here, but you don't get your essence until you actually end here. We made 500 essence. It probably spent a little bit to re-roll, I think, to show you something, but 600 or something you would have got without the re-roll. And 31 minutes times, it doesn't count when the timers stop and you've got to kill the elite. So maybe, 40, 45 minutes. It's not bad. It's a bit of fun. Hope that helps you on the Crown Prince. And to show you the container, like I said at the end, that's non-negotiable. And you've seen that at work. That means that we got Geminis at level 4 on this run. That lets the shotguns and the injectors drop every 50 enemies, so they have to be part of the build. That one's optional. That one's crucial, so you don't have to worry about ammo early on until you get some scrolls. That helps also with reloading and ammo early on because the injector can burn through it, such fast fire rate. That gave us the 3% times level 42, the 126% damage increase on weapon, and all the other multipliers we got. That wasn't important at all. You can put in there whatever you want. And that also was just particular to this build. You have to kill the boss, I think, once for that to unlock or something like that. I can't remember the requirements, but that's the better of the two. The other one that's there is helpful as well defensively, but you saw that we didn't really need that. And this is a weapon-based success. You're not playing, Ascensions are not, you're not having to get certain Ascensions to be successful. So best of luck on your run. Oh, one other thing, your skills in your skill tree do not have any effect in Spiritual Assault. You just have to unlock it at 60. So you can come in here pretty early if you hit a wall, trying to unlock the next difficulty, get some essence, get down further in your skills, and then go back. It's a nice break. Have a good run.